Alright, time to record Rapist Roulette for August of 2024. So, to start off with, Armpit Boss put down George R.R. Martin. Sorry, I'm trying to be quiet here because my roommate is asleep and we share a small apartment. So George Rapist Roulette Martin. So he writes about child rape a lot, and he's British, like that other British guy, and the comic book one. I guess all British writers write about child rape at some point, but the V for Vendetta guy. Who was it? Really can't remember. Michael Moore? Yeah, I think it was Michael Moore. I'll look it up later, but yeah, Michael Moore. So George R.R. Martin did the same thing. There was apparently a lot of child rape in Game of Thrones. I never read it because I'm not an NPC, but... And then Armpit Boss was playing Elden Ring, and there's some weird shit about a little boy seducing other male characters or something like that, and he has like a he's like a cross-dresses, and he has a special move where he seduces you in his boss fight in the Dark Souls, or not Dark Souls, Elden Ring DLC, and if he uses that enough times, then you like instantly lose the game. And then in lore, he would go and like seduce other people to go and defeat them or something like that. So it's basically, it's like blaming a little boy for getting raped. So he said that George R.R. Martin is going to get Me Too'd by a bunch of middle-aged women who he raped when they were kids. So then the next choice by Divest was Quentin Tarantino, and he found an old interview from Quentin Tarantino where he was talking about how he was like jerking off to the first 20 minutes of A Clockwork Orange or something like that. Because there's like a scene where a woman gets gang raped to death in it or something like that. There's a few like rape scenes in it, but like the first one, you have a gang of guys dressed up as like Nazis, and they strip this woman. I remember this, and they strip this woman down. And that movie itself is like, they take the source material, which was a British guy writing about child rape, and then they make it more like sexual. And like more like something for the creepy fucking audience to jerk off to and think like, oh, this is great. But in the original novel, the girl that the Nazi gang, which they weren't Nazis in the book, they didn't specify how they dressed, but the girls that the Nazi gang was trying to rape were just like 12 years old or something like that. So they stripped her down, and then the other gang, and then the Alex's gang found her, and they beat the shit out of them before they could rape her, and she like ran off into the night. And they're talking about how they would have raped her if they had been the ones to find her. And then they go and there's another scene where Alex, the three-way scene, I don't know if you've seen Clockwork Orange, they have a three-way scene in it where Alex takes like these two adult chicks home and has a threesome with them. In the book, he drugged the two girls by giving them like liquor or something while they were, and they were like 10 years old, and then he raped both of them, and then like one of them woke up while they were getting raped. And so then they both like ran off and told him that they were going to report him to the police or something like that, and he was going to have his day. And then also during like the during the book, he gets sent to, or when he gets sent to prison, there's like a pedophile or like a rapist that tries to attack him because he's too cute, and so then they like go and they kill the like gay rapist guy, and then also it's implied that he gets raped by the police after his droogs, because his old gang becomes police officers. And then like there's that scene where he gets like they stick his head in the trough and they're like drowning him and stuff. In the book, it sort of like cuts away and then it says that they're like putting their clothes back on, so it's implied that he gets raped then. I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyways, Quentin Tarantino jerks off, and he has a lot of rape in his movies. He jerks off to movies about rape, and he has a lot of rape in his movies, and he played a rapist in that one about the vampires, and a bunch of other weird shit. And so I think I think we all agree that he like plays up the foot fetish stuff because people don't want to, because it's like more socially acceptable than the fact that he's actually a pedophile or something. Because I think there were like underage girls in one of his movies or something like that, and they were like supposed to be sexy. But anyways, so who said that Quentin Tarantino? Oh, divest. Oh, yeah. So Quentin Tarantino probably is going to have a falling out with a family member, like his wife or kids, and then they're going to come out about how he was cheating on him with underage kids or something like that. Or, you know, he was like another Harvey Weinstein. There's also apparently an interview where he said that that 13-year-old girl that Roman Polanski raped was asking for it. Oh, and he's Catholic, too. That's a big red flag. So my choice for Rapist Roulette August 2024 is Stimpy. So he's a Rust YouTuber, and sort of his gimmick is like he's sort of like a weirdo or a troll or something like that. He just sort of plays Rust, and he tries to make it look funny with clever editing and stuff like that. And sometimes he has a gimmick where he like tortures people and stuff like that. But a lot of his videos are like, so the thing is that like most of his jokes are like gay sex stuff. But then like a lot of his videos are he's just like sitting there and he's like torturing kids and stuff in the game, and he's like hanging around with little kids that are playing Rust. And then also he's British, and also he's like a former school teacher, and it's like I wonder why you would quit being a school teacher to be a content creator full time. I feel like he probably, you know, he played Rust a little bit back when it was like new, and then, you know, he like got kicked out of school or he lost his job at the school because he was like kissing a male student or something like that, like a little like middle schooler or something like that, and he was caught molesting him or something, and the school covered it up because they didn't want the negative publicity. But then they also made him, you know, he lost his job because of that. And so then he started working as a content creator full-time or something like that. Of course, he could also not be a school teacher, but like just the way he acts around kids and the fact that he's British probably means that he's a rapist. So, gonna get catfished by a dude pretending to be a chick. What? Did I really say that? That seems like a very oddly specific thing, but I guess it could happen. I would have gone for something like more... I would have gone with something more generic, but I think probably Divest wrote that because he just didn't want to reuse like the same premise of like, oh, he's going to have a falling out with another content creator like Mimeo or something like that. Mimeo's going to go public about how he doesn't want to work with him because he's been like sexually harassing little boys, or, you know, Dirt Rider, one of those guys that actually has a son. So that's Rapist Roulette for August 2024.